Well, new comic book day. It's almost here again. So let's take a look at what's on the pull list. Welcome back to Comics Are Dope. I'm BJ Kicks, and this is the pull list. It's my weekly video series where I take a look at the books coming out. This time we're looking at Wednesday, February 14th. Oh, snap. It's Valentine's Day. We're looking at the books coming out this Valentine's Day, 2024. I'm going to tell you what's on the pull list, which books are on the chopping block, and some other new number ones that maybe should be on your radar this week. So we got a stacked week. It's a completely packed week this week. My budget's maxed out, just to go ahead and let you know. But before I tell you which book I am most excited about, got to give a huge shout out to all of you guys who have been subscribing to the channel as of late. We are almost at 10,000 subscribers. And when we reach 10,000 subscribers, there are a couple things that can happen. I got a package here from my man Bunkmaster B that he says I can't open until we hit 10,000. So I get to open that package, and then we get to have our 10,000 subscriber giveaway live stream. So I don't know when we're going to hit it. So I guess sometime in the next couple of weeks, we'll hit the 10,000. And then a little bit after that, I'll announce the live stream and we'll give away some things. It'll be fun. I haven't done a giveaway in a long time. We'll talk about all that when the time comes. Another huge shout out to all of you guys who've been listening to the Comics Are Dope podcast, whether you're watching or listening here on YouTube or subscribed on your favorite podcast platform. It's been really awesome getting the feedback. Love that you are loving the conversations that we're having. And I promise there are a lot more of those coming very, very soon. Now, we got all the preliminaries out the way. Let's talk about the book I'm most excited for this new comic book day, February 14th. And the book that I am most excited to grab is from DC Comics. This is Red Hood, The Hill, issue number 1. Now, this is written by Sean Martinborough with art by Sanford Green. Yes, that Sanford Green. He's probably drawn your favorite ratio variant cover in the last 3-4 months. This dude is doing covers all over the place, but it's very rare that we get Sanford Green on interiors. But this is a Red Hood story. The 0 issue came out last week, so if you want a little bit of a prelude, so to speak, grab that. But basically, Red Hood, after the events of the Gotham War, finds himself back in the Hill. The Hill being a neighborhood that, was mostly known for being like the hood of Gotham. It's undergoing some gentrification, but there is a new threat coming to the Hill, which is basically Jason Todd's sort of adopted home for the time being. So he's going to have to team up with another vigilante from the Hill to try to, defend the homestead, so to speak. I'm really excited to see how the Hill has changed in the last 20 years. But the reason this is the most exciting book on my pull list this week is absolutely the Sanford Green artwork. I have not seen Sanford Green do interiors in a minute. In fact, the last time there was a Justice League annual, I want to say last year, maybe even 2 years ago. And he did the interiors on that, and it was beautiful. So, man, Sanford Green on interiors is all the reason I need to buy any book. I'm super excited about it. Cover price on this one is $3.99. I'm grabbing cover A. And so let's go ahead, since we've already kicked it off with a DC comic. Let's stay right there. When the next book on the pull list is Action Comics issue 1062, part of the Bizarro something storyline. It's not Bizarro World. I feel like that's kind of on the nose, and there's been that already. But anyway, Jason Aaron telling a Bizarro story. I can't lie, I was just silently protesting the book, even though I still bought it. So some protest. But I haven't read issue 1061 just yet. So I couldn't tell you how great or not great the storyline has been. I do know this is the second in a 3-issue story arc involving Bizarro. So there's that. I'll get caught up. This is issue 1062 has got a cover price of $4.99, and I'm not grabbing cover A. Actually, this month is February. It's Black History Month, and I've already made my thoughts known on some of the celebration that the big two are doing. But the other part of the celebration is these Black History Month variants. So a bunch of books this month at Marvel and DC are getting really cool variant covers featuring some of your favorite Black characters. And so Action Comics 1062 features artwork by Nick Draper Ivy. It's a cover by Nick Draper Ivy depicting Natasha Irons Steel. I really like that cover. I pre-ordered all the Black History Month variants from DC this year. So yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm part of the problem. I enjoy celebrating the homies and people that I admire. I don't quite enjoy like the sort of weird self-congratulatory things that the big two does, like to sort of spotlight Black characters that they don't give the spotlight to any other time. But that's a story for a different day, or an op-ed that I already wrote. Links in the description. But anyway, all that to say, I'm grabbing the Black History Month variant cover for Action Comics 1062. Now let's move on to Batman issue 143, written by Chip Zdarsky. This one's got artwork by Giuseppe Camuncoli and Andrea Sorrentino. This is part 2 of the Joker Year 1 storyline, which I believe is just a 3-part story. But the Joker Year 1 started off with a bang. I was not excited about a Joker event or a Joker story this soon after the Joker War and whatever else we've had with the Joker in the last 5 years. But this kind of is telling 2 different stories. There's a story being told in flashbacks about like the early days just after the sort of Killing Joke origin of the Joker, as he's sort of descending more and more into the madness and becoming who he's going to be as the villain. And we're getting a few glimpses of the present day where Joker's got quite the plot unfolding. Always exciting to see a good Joker story done well. And Chip Zdarsky has just been slowly adding notches to his, Batman 7th degree black belt. I don't know. That was a terrible analogy, but the point is Chip Zdarsky's Batman has been good. It's been like just incrementally getting better. And this was a really good debut storyline or debut issue of a storyline that's got me hooked into action or to Batman 143. I'm excited about Batman 143. That was the whole point of that super long rant. Joker Year 1 Part 2 out this week. Cover price on this is $4.99. I'm grabbing cover A. And next book on the pull list is Batman and Robin, issue number 6, written by Joshua Williamson. Simone DeMeo is not doing art anymore on this series. At least he hasn't for the last couple issues, but I can't remember the name of the artist for this one. My bad, guys. Anyway, Batman and Robin, issue 6. This is the Damian show. I buy this book because it's Damian Wayne, and I love Joshua Williamson's treatment of Damian Wayne. Not like he's treating him like a king or something. I just mean he's getting the character development that Damian deserves. So it's been exciting to read. Cover price on this one is $4.99. I'm grabbing cover A. And the last book on my DC Comics pull list this week is Green Lantern, issue number 8. Green Lantern, written by Jeremy Adams. Art had been by Zermanico. I'm not sure if that's who's doing art this time around. You know what? It's 2 books in a row. I don't know the artist, so let's look it up, shall we? So Batman and Robin was Nicola something. And Green Lantern, issue 8, Amon K. Noel Pan, who also did art on some other stuff. Oh, Hawk Girl. That's where I know him from. Anyway, all that to say, art on Green Lantern has been pretty good. I like the art in last issue. I assume I'm going to like the art in this issue as well. We found out how a certain member of the Green Lantern Corps, lost his wings. That's a terrible way to say that. Anyway, we found out how someone met their untimely demise in the last issue. And now we're getting like sort of face-to-face front and center conflict between Hal Jordan and the United Planets. And there's a backup story featuring Kyle Rayner. You haven't heard about Kyle Rayner in a minute, have you? Well, now you have. Green Lantern issue 8's got a cover price of $4.99. I'm grabbing cover A. And that's it for the DC Comics on the pull list, as if it weren't enough. If I just stick to the list and grab the books that I said I was going to grab, those are just going to cost me $24. Pretty good week. Now, let's move over to the House of Ideas. Over at Marvel Comics, there's quite a bit on the pull list there as well, starting with The Amazing Spider-Man issue 43. This is the penultimate issue of the Gang War event. Well, I should say of Spider-Man's Gang War storyline. There's quite a few tie-ins. You got Spider-Woman and Deadly Hands of Kung Fu and Miles Morales, which we'll talk about next. Well, we got a bunch of books that are still telling that story. But really, if you just want the Gang War, all you really need to read is The Amazing Spider-Man. So there's that. It's almost over. Madame Mask is doing Madame Mask things. Cover price on this is $4.99. I'm grabbing cover A. And next book on the Marvel Comics pull list is Black Panther issue number 9, written by Eve Ewing, art by Matt Chater and Chris Allen. I'm still mad this series is ending. Like, I don't know, all the stuff that I was enjoying about this book, I felt like, oh, this is a slow burn. We're slowly building toward maybe T'Challa back on the throne, or I don't know what we're building toward, but I like what we're exploring. And I had a totally different feeling about the book when I felt like we were just sort of slowly getting more development that was going to lead to something big, as opposed to, oh, we're just doing a super slow storyline that's done in 10 issues. So not to say the series has been bad. The series has been good, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be what I thought it was going to be, which is what it is. Next, second to last issue of the Black Panther by Eve Ewing saga. Cover price on this is $3.99. I'm grabbing cover A, although Valerio Schiti has a variant cover for this book this week, and I like it a lot. I like it a whole lot, but Torrin Clark did the cover A. Torrin Clark's probably one of my favorite cover artists in the business right now, so I'm going to grab the Torrin Clark cover A. Now, next book on the Marvel Comics pull list, head over to freaking Westchester, I guess. This is Fall of the House of X, issue number 2. It's not Westchester, it's Krakoa. I was just messing with you. Anyway, Fall of the House of X. Again, I've kind of lost steam with the Fall of the House of X. Their decision to make it a monthly story as opposed to a weekly story, just, I forget what happened in the last issue before this one came out. So I know Cyclops is on trial, and I don't know, Cyclops is declaring war. He's not playing fair, and so on and so on. I was supposed to be excited, but I read 50 comic books since the last one. Anyway, this will probably be better in trade for me. I just want to see how the Krakoa era ends, and this puts us one issue closer to that. Cover price on this is $4.99, and that did not sound like a convincing pitch at all. Hey, here's what it is. I just showed you the cover A, but I'm actually not buying cover A. I am buying the cover, I think it's the cover C. It's a connecting variant cover by Giuseppe Camuncoli. Very, very nice cover. And it's going to connect with the next issue of Rise of the Powers of 10. So grab that. Cover price is $4.99, like I said. Now, next book on the Marvel Comics pull list is Miles Morales' Spider-Man, issue 16. Miles Morales by Cody Ziegler has been a really, really good book. Federico Vincentini's back on artwork, by the way. I really enjoyed it through the first 5 issues, and then we started getting interrupted by tie-ins. We had a Blade crossover. We had the Carnage Reigns tie-in. I don't care about Carnage. And then now we've got the Gang War event. And I've got to say, Cody's been doing a great job of just writing fun stories in the middle of all these events. But I just want the Miles book to breathe a little bit, like on its own. But hey, this is the last Gang War tie-in for Miles Morales, and he's fighting Hobgoblin. So there's so many elements of this book I like. Miles has his own new villain, Rabble. Let's explore that some more. Miles trying to balance having a relationship with being a superhero. He's being mentored by Misty Knight and Colleen Wing. There are so many really cool elements to this book, but we never get to focus on them because Marvel keeps throwing Miles in a bunch of random crossover events. Anyway, Miles Morales, issue 16, out this week with a cover price of $3.99. Grabbing cover A. And the last book on my Marvel Comics pull list this week is Wolverine, issue number 43. Part 3 in the Sabretooth War, the bloodiest event in Wolverine history. That's what it says on the cover. Anyway, written by Ben Percy and Victor Laval. I forget who's on the art, and I don't want to look it up because this video is too long already. Cover price on this is $4.99. I'm grabbing cover A. And that's going to do it for all the Marvel books on the pull list. If I stick to the list, those will cost me $23 this week. Now, let's skip on over to the indies, where there are 2 books on my indie pull list. The first of which, you probably could guess it, is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, issue number 148. We're on the road to 150. Sophie Campbell is ending her run at 150. They're going to relaunch, and Jason Aaron is writing it. Jason Aaron is writing everything. Action Comics, Ninja Turtles, hey, whatever you want to write. Anyway, we're inching closer to that relaunch, and Donatello's time traveling. Cover price on this is $3.99. I'm grabbing cover A. And last book on my pull list this week is Transformers issue number 5, written and drawn by Daniel Warren Johnson, colors by Mike Spicer. It's a great book. Letters by Russ Wooten, by the way. Transformers issue 5. I gotta let you know, Daniel Warren Johnson is no longer doing art after issue 6. So he'll get you through that first volume, that first trade paperback, which is already solicited, by the way. It's called Robots in Disguise. Never would have guessed it, would you? Anyway, I love this book. Like, it's got heart, it's got action. The art is super amazing. It's everything you would expect a Daniel Warren Johnson book to be, even without having his own original characters, like even with playing in the Transformers sandbox. It is a Daniel Warren Johnson book. And that's, I guess, the best compliment you can give it. Cover price on this is $3.99. I'm grabbing cover A. And that's it for the indies on the pull list. Those are going to cost me $8 this week for a grand total. I told you I was maxed out. Grand total this week is $55 for all the books on the pull list. And, hey, the game is the game. That's how it goes sometimes. Now, there are some other books coming out this week that probably should be on your radar. And I'll start it off with a new one from Dynamite Comics. This is Vampirella issue 666, written by Christopher Priest, who I had a 3-hour conversation with. And you're probably tired of hearing about it, but part 3 of that conversation does drop this Thursday on the podcast. So make sure you're subscribed at comicsaredope.com/podcast. You'll be up at 6 a.m. Eastern when the issue drops or when the episode drops. And you can listen to the last hour of my conversation with Christopher Priest, where he talks about why he decided to write this book, what his inspirations were, what are some of the things he's throwing in the book that you'd be interested in, and why it's more than just the cover. Speaking of the cover, that's the best cover of this book. I promise. just trust me. Anyway, Vampirella issue 666 out this week with a cover price of $4.99. That's not the cover A, but it's the best cover. Next up, Night Thrasher issue number 1. Night Thrasher, apparently is the black guy from the New Warriors. I don't want to reduce him down to that, but I've never read this book, and that's literally all I've heard of this man. Oh, for fans of the New Warriors, it's Night Thrasher, the black dude on the skateboard. Hey, I know exactly one New Warriors fan, and that's Omar. Everyone else who has talked about this book is literally just like, hey, buy it because it's a black character with their own series. And I get it. It's Black History Month, but I, quite frankly, I'm tired of paying the black tax. Like, sell me a book with a black character in March. I promise I'll buy it. Anyway, Night Thrasher is out this week. $4.99 is the cover price on that. Another series debut, Sinister Sons by Peter J. Tomasi. I can't remember who's on art, but if you were missing the Super Sons vibes, then hey, why not try that out with the sons of General Zod and Sinestro? Hey, it's the inverse of Super Sons. I would get excited about it, except Peter Tomasi just decided to leave DC and he's doing his own thing at Ghost Machine. So I am more excited about the Rocket Fellers or Hornsby and Halo to get those vibes, which all those are coming later this year. But hey, these 6 issues are going to be fun, and they're new characters in the DC universe. I think it'll be a cute book. I'm just, I don't need it. Cover price on it, though, $3.99. And the last book you might want to have on your radar from James Tynion and Michael Avon Oming is Blue Book 1947, issue number 1. It's a sequel to the original Blue Book series he came out with a few months ago. It's a book all about alien abductions through time. So I can't lie. I really enjoyed issue 1 of the first Blue Book series. I just didn't feel a need to collect it because I had a bunch of stuff on the pull list. And I feel the same way this time around, but it's a beautiful book. So that's it. Those are all the books that are on the radar this week and everything that's on my pull list. Let me know what you're excited about grabbing this week. Also, I decided to record the audio on my computer and do some extra editing. So this isn't going to come out till Tuesday. My bad. But if you like it, then let me know. We can make this a part of the thing moving forward. Anyways, huge shout out to the channel family for making this video and every video on the channel possible. Again, we're speeding toward 10,000 subscribers. Channel family members, those of you guys who have decided to give a monthly tip to the channel to help keep the lights on around here, you guys are going to be in the running for some pretty special prizes. So there's still time to join at either tier to put yourself in the running for some of those family exclusive offerings. And I'll see the rest of you guys in another video real soon. Till then, stay safe, stay awesome, and read something dope today. Peace.